I think that one of the reasons that I'm into the humanities or into the whole personal connection between everything is that I teach in an early college, and the students we have are very diverse. They come from all walks of life, from all parts of the county. They come together, they've never seen each other before, and they have to become a group, a cohesive group that before were never a cohesive group, and they struggle with that. And then I do a lot of activities in my classroom where I really help them see each other in a different way. I encourage them to reach out to each other and to have conversations about books, about maps, about stories. I get them to tell each other their stories. I get them to talk about what it's like to be that new student and what it's like to be new in any situation. And I try to get them to really connect to what it is about each other. And I share my stories, whether those stories are about my father during World War II or about how I grew up in the segregated South or how I grew up in with a brother with special needs. And I get them to really think about what would it be like to have that situation. And then what happens is they start to make the connections. They start to say, oh, I get it, I understand what you're saying. And my brother right now is going through cancer, or they'll tell that they're having this aha moment, or when we're reading a book. One of my favorite books is Persepolis, and I read that in the classroom. And then I had a student of mine who read the book, and then she wanted to write a little story about it. And she said, I come from a family where I have two mothers, and I really feel like I face a lot of challenges with that. And I get her to talk about it and to write about it and share her stories. Sometimes the kids will share their stories by writing even like in artwork or in a story that they write about their life, and it's just like they get it. The kids start to get it that this great big world we live in, it's not a bubble. It's a huge interconnected thing, and that we're all kind of like trying to make sense of our world. And the kids start to really make sense of it when I share my stories, and then they share their stories, and it continues on. And I find that when they graduate and they leave our program, they come back and they say, I want to tell you about this moment I had in class.